Alright, this video we're going to talk about the Feyachi Rail Mounted Laser. Alright, so we're going to start off, I'm just going to talk about what's in the box. Obviously you have your laser, you have your 3 batteries. These are LR44 or CR123A, and you have 2 Allen wrenches. One for the adjustment, the windage adjustments for the laser, and the other is for the actual tightening it down onto the rail. So a couple of specs. The overall length of this is like 4 3/4 inches, give or take, and the reaching distance for this is about 328 yards, and that's going off of their specs. You know, the voltage, obviously it's a 3-volt battery, and this is pretty much what comes in your box. You also get a little instruction manual with it, kind of shows you, you know, about adjusting it, because you have to take a couple shots to make sure the laser's adjusted. So we'll take a look at it on the gun, but let's put the batteries in, and then we'll take a look at how bright it is. So it's pretty simple to put it in. You pretty much just pull this cover off right here. Alright, so the best way to put these batteries in is really just to stack them up like this in 3. You take your little sleeve, slide it over it. Just going to flip it over. It's really difficult to try to drop them in. You turn it in just like that. Twist this on. Tighten it right up. Click your back, and there you go. You can see the laser. It might look a little pink on camera. Some of that's part of the reflection off this wood, but it is bright red. So it says it can be seen 328 yards away, so that's a pretty good distance. But let's check it out on a pistol, because that's what you want to see anyway. Alright, so we got it attached. If you want to try to aim it, one of the issues I'm having is actually hitting this button. You have to really attach it at the very end of the rail, or either you have to have a gun that's got more room than that. I can reach it with, you know, another finger or something like that, because, you know, this isn't really like something you'd want to really be trying to cut on, like in the heat of the moment, something going on. To me, this would be something better suited for the target range, or just sighting in your gun. You can kind of sight it in, and it'll kind of help maybe a new shooter or somebody like that really just figure out where they're aiming and how to look down the sights. For a more advanced shooter, you're probably going to want something that's maybe built in, that's a little more feasible to hit, you know, something quick. Alright, just want to give you an idea how bright this laser is. It is pitch black in here right now. I'm just shining at some of the stuff in the background. You can see it down on the table right here. You see it up in the background. We'll turn the light on and check it out too. But this laser is really bright. It's a really strong laser. Alright, so the light's on now, and you can still see it's still really bright. It's you can still see it up there. Still see it wherever we shine it. So it's bright even when it's in here. I got two really bright lights in the garage, so it's you can see just how strong it is. Alright, so one of the adjustments on this, obviously you can adjust the tension here, how tight it is, how tight it's attached to your rail, right there. But up front you see your X and Y, so that's so you can adjust the laser. If it's not pointing exactly straight, you can kind of adjust this beam. The issue that I have with this is when this is not turned straight up and down. When you take this part off to do your batteries, so when you put it back on, it doesn't always end up straight. It ends up different ways. So that's a little bit of I guess a concern of mine, is when you do your adjustments, they're not going to be exactly straight up and down. So we'll try to start it, you know, in a different place to see if it ends up any differently at all. But for the most part, every time we've done it, ends up in the same spot. So that's kind of a concern of mine. Anyway, I adjusted it a little bit and I got it straight, so it's not really that big of an issue. But it's just something to be mindful of. Pros are it's pretty it's a pretty good price. They're, depending on where you get it from, $10-11. I'll have a description below if you're interested in getting the same one from Amazon where I got it. Another pro for it is it does attach really securely to the rail. Moving on to cons, the button back here is probably the biggest con for me. When you attach it to the gun, as you saw earlier, sometimes it's hard to hit this button depending on how much room you have. The only other con obviously would be that, which I named already. So anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it helped you make a better purchase. If it did, like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel. As always, thanks for watching, and thanks for being the best part of YouTube.